Hey there, Dailies, Canadian Daily here with a test flight after I had crashed my drone when I was filming one day, very low level filming, and well, I had to take it apart, blow all the mud out of it, clean it all up, wash the mud out of it very carefully, of course, with some wet wipes, and then I had some stress cracks around the motors where the screws go in and hold the motors. They were the stress cracks that everyone gets on the Phantoms, so I had to repair them, and then I had to put some new modified parts on the bottom of those to hold those motors so that they hopefully will not crack any further. So here are the modified parts that I bought to put on the bottom of the motors, and as you can see, they were only $13 and some odd cents, so that wasn't too bad for the set of 4 of them. And of course there was a little bit of tax, so it was around $15, but that's not too bad at all for 2 days by Amazon Prime. So they show here that there's like the 4 holes for the motor, and as you look up to the top there's 2 more holes. Now in the pictures coming up they show that they're not actually used, but they do send the screws and the little adapter standoffs that will go down in between. I did install those extra standoffs and screws for the added security of the unit. So in the little blister package that you get the 4 milled pieces that attaches on the bottom. So it comes with the 16 motor screws and the 8 other screws that are down at the little standoff points, and of course there's also 8 standoffs with that as well, and the proper key. It's a star key, and it's not a hex key, but it's like that star type hex key type thing, and it's a Torx, I guess you would call it, and it's a number 8 for the motors. Now the ones up in the front on those little tabs, I think that might be a 6, but I'm not really sure. They are a little bit smaller, so anyway, that's irrelevant at this point. As you can see though, down below this, they don't have those extra screws and standoffs right here in the middle installed to give that the extra support, but they are included in the repair kit. I really like to fly the drone. It gives me some fun time to myself, and what I did for this test flight was just took it up to the max of 300 feet legally here in Canada, and I did it on my own property, so I didn't really care. The neighbors are good. They all give me permission to fly over to the lake and everything anyway. They know about the laws and that, and they're just like, yeah, well, if you want to fly over to go over by the lake, please feel free to do so. We won't complain or say anything. So I really got to thank them for that. So, but I just took it straight up in the air just to make sure, because this was the first sort of test flight after the repairs, and if it was going to come down, it was going to come right down on top of my property, on top of me, basically. So I was okay with that, and you know, I made sure that there was no one else around type thing, and I'm far enough away from anything else, so I'm clear for that. So there's just a view of some of the roads and the city way in the background there, and so yeah, so it was a great day. It was like 25 degrees out, you know, which is like 82 Fahrenheit. So 25 degrees Celsius, that is, 82 Fahrenheit. So it was a great flying day. There was hardly any wind whatsoever. There was a little bit of wind that came up, which was great because I wanted to see how it handled in the wind. As before, you know, there's a certain limit of wind that you can fly these things in, but I wanted to sort of have the conditions of a good test flight. So it worked well. I was very impressed by it after cleaning it. I thought it was a goner the day that I ran it into the tree as we were filming that day, and it was a very low level flight, like 6 feet, if that, 4 feet maybe off the ground. We were just doing some filming in the yard, and well, I just wasn't quick enough and just not really judging right, and one of my props whacked the limb of a tree and it went right over and down into the mud, dug right in. It wouldn't shut off. It was still going. The propellers were still going. I had to pull the battery out of it. it was a mess. Like, it was just coated in mud, like you put a Jeep through a mud bath type of thing. So I had to wash it down and Lysol it all down and get the Lysol off, because you don't want any contaminants on that plastic to degrade that plastic anymore. You know, because you shouldn't have any stickers or anything on that plastic, not even writing on it with a marker or anything, because it will melt the plastic and cause premature failure. So you should never ever write your name, address, and all that foolishness like they say that they want you to do on the unit, because it's actually a safety hazard, and it's mentioned right in the manual. Don't put anything on it but what they send you from DJI, because it can actually degrade the plastic. So just don't do that. It's not safe. If you want to tuck a little note inside or something, fair and well, but you know, I don't want people coming knocking at my door saying, oh well, you know, blah 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 blah, and if they found my drone. So I'd rather have no name on it and deal with that at the time, because that is actually a safety issue as well as a security issue from all the maniacs that are out there today. So I think that's one law that'll be challenged in the court system some future day down the road. And but anyway, that's those Canadian drone laws. They're absolutely crazy. But I think if you're a responsible flyer and pilot, you won't disregard anything anyway, and you'll act accordingly within the rules and regulations and keep it safe for everybody to love and enjoy this hobby. So that's about it. It's just an update of my test flight after the repairs, and I'll just let you enjoy the rest of this for the next few seconds here before it dies out. So remember, if you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I can surely do more drone videos if you like. And let me know. Please subscribe and help me grow my channel, and I will talk to you guys again soon.